Hey, Dwayne Owens here from Partners Matter. It's Tech Tuesday, and we're talking about the rise of chargebacks and how you can win them to save your sales. Let's first talk about what is a chargeback. So a chargeback is a request by a cardholder to their own bank to dispute a fraudulent transaction. How does a chargeback work? There's a process, and the process is very important if you're going to understand how to win them. It begins with the cardholder reaching out to the bank that issued them the card and telling the bank that they believe that the charge is fraudulent. That bank then reaches out to the brand, the card brand that they're affiliated with, and that card brand reaches out to your acquirer, in our case, Spot On, EPX, or any of the processors that we do business with. That processor then reaches out to the merchant and says, here's a letter. The cardholder believes this charge to be fraudulent, and you, as the merchant, get an opportunity to respond. Your response goes from your acquirer, Spot On, EPX, to the card brand, to the cardholder's bank, and then the cardholder's bank takes a look at your response and makes a decision. What are the reasons for a chargeback? So, on every letter that you get for a chargeback, there is what we call a reason code. Every chargeback must have this reason code. The card brands define their own legitimate reasons and assign them a 2 to 4 digit alphanumeric code. The consumer's bank must use these reasons in their request, and these reasons are the key to everything we're going to talk about. So, why is the reason code important to you? The reason code defines what you need to prove in order to win the chargeback. So the cardholder is making a complaint or request that the charge is invalid for the reasons provided in the reason code. You have to provide evidence that those reason codes are invalid. So how do you find out what the reason code means? The absolute most common question we get asked, what, Dwayne, is reason code 12.6? Super simple, I Google it. So, I Google search chargeback reason code 12.6. What pops up very first is, what is Visa's chargeback reason code 12.6? And it clearly says, duplicate processing or it was paid for by other means. So all you do is Google search the chargeback reason code and it will tell you what you need to do to provide. So you found the reason code, how do you win? So first you have to follow the process. Every card brand and acquirer has a process for what you have to do in order to dispute and resolve this. You have to prove the reason is invalid. Nothing else matters. Pretend you're Ben Matlock or Jack McCoy. Put on your best lawyer hat and provide a written statement and overview of the evidence that you are going to provide. Provide all signed documents that the guest signed, and provide any other relevant evidence. We've had people provide video evidence that the guest was there to fight a chargeback. We've had the people provide IP addresses for online orders and different information that will help. Mailing, the delivery address for a delivery, showing that the guest did order these, the charge is not fraudulent, and that you have a right to retain that revenue. Overwhelm them with evidence and follow the process. You are litigating the chargeback and the judge is the cardholder's own bank. What happens if you lose? It is very common that you lose the initial chargeback. Again, the cardholder's bank is making this decision. Okay? There is a process called arbitration or second presentment. Let me be very clear. The odds are stacked against you. Both sides must agree to this. If either side doesn't agree to it when it's been requested, that side loses. The process is time-consuming and complex. The losing side may have to pay administrative fees, withdrawal fees, and more, totaling anywhere between $100 and $1,000, depending on the circumstance. And really, statistically, only 3 in 10 are ruled in the merchant's favor. So you only want to follow this process if it's a high ticket item, something worth losing, and you believe that you have enough evidence to win. The best approach to minimize chargebacks and to win the ones that you do get is to work with your technology provider to minimize the occurrence of chargebacks. There are things that we can do as a technology provider to help you minimize the number of chargebacks you get. There's processes that you use in-house that we can evaluate. There are additional fraud protection steps that we can do for online orders. So work with your technology provider to minimize the occurrence of chargebacks. Want to learn more? Reach out to us. Join us at partnersmatter.com or call us at 248-504-6100 and ask to speak with one of the members on our team. Additionally, we're looking for other things that you want to hear about from us on Tech Tuesdays. So please leave a comment on social media, leave a comment on our YouTube channel, and we'll make sure to get those scheduled for future Tech Tuesdays. Thank you again for joining us today exclusively on our YouTube channel for Partners Matter Tech Tuesdays.